Well, some of y'all might remember years ago when I built this bridge. This is made out of some huge angle iron, like 4-inch angle iron, 1/2 inch thick, some really good stuff my buddy Keith gave me. I needed to be able to cross the creek. Maybe you can't see that real well, but that's about 3 foot deep. Unless I could cross the creek, the only way around it was way around my dam, which is 100 yards, 150 yards that way. Just a huge round trip that I wanted to cross the dang creek, okay? So I made this bridge. When Keith gave me the metal for it, I said right then, I know what I want to use it for. It's got three or four of the huge angle iron links under it, probably 12 feet long. That looks to be 12 feet long. And then I put 4x6s under it. Also bolted the 4x6s to the angle iron. Did so much work on it, I hate to discard it. Now when I say discard, I just mean dismantle and reuse. So anyway, this bridge is coming out. Why is it coming out? Do I not want to cross the creek anymore? No, I've got a culvert bridge right there that I put in there when they rebuilt my dam, and they said they weren't going to reuse the culvert. So those culverts at that time were about $450. So I definitely wanted to reuse it. Now they're about $900 to $1,000. So man, that's money in the ground right there. The reason I put the culvert in there, it was A, I had the culvert and I needed to use it. And B, I just never felt comfortable driving over this bridge. Not because the bridge would fail, but I've got the bridge setting on 4 concrete blocks, Haydite blocks. And because of that, this creek fills with water. There's, when it's really running, the water's almost up to the bridge. So I just felt like there could be an erosion process, and I just never felt comfortable because of it's only, as far as I remember, it's only got 4 blocks, 1 on each corner, holding the bridge in place. And I was always scared I was going to get on a tractor and just get dumped in the creek because one of my Haydite blocks gave out. Not because the bridge gave out. That bridge ain't going nowhere. I think you can drive a tank across that. So anyway, I'm going to attach to it, set up the camera, attach to it, and just show you, hopefully, pulling this thing out of here. Again, I'm not sure how stuck it is, so it may not come out as easy as I think it's going to come out. It is pretty doggone heavy. Those pieces of angle iron was heavy enough. Again, built like a tank, or built for a tank, I guess. So hopefully it'll go like we plan, and I can get this out of here. Let me set up the camera. We're gonna see what happens here. I've got some 12-foot straps here. We'll chain the strap to my tractor, to my bucket. Try to find the center here. Bring the bucket up and let's try it. We'll either fail or not. Chain through here. Scoot up a little bit. And as I feared, that board broke out on the other side. It was rotten. So let me try to locate it one more time on a better board on the other side. I just have a feeling one of these is gonna break off. We shall see. We'll give it a try. I know it's heavy. I know it's heavy. Maybe instead of lifting up, I should kind of pull back and lift up at the same time. I won't be carrying the full weight of it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe rock back just a little bit. There you go, she's free. Now again, I know it's gonna fall down in there. Oh, this is getting, back of my tractor won't come up off the ground. It's heavy. Tell you what it is, I've got some of that, I've got a lot of that angle iron actually is going across the bridge and not lengthwise. And it's catching, as I'm pulling it off, those lengthwise pieces are catching on that bank. That's what the problem is. So let me, if I can lift it up a little more maybe. There you go. Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna set her down right here. Mainly because I'm not sure what I want to do with it, and I might be out of your camera view anyway. So let's go over here and take a look. I actually had it set in there better than I thought I did. I had 4 Haydite blocks. Excuse me, these are not Haydite blocks. These are solid, full concrete blocks, heavy. I had 4 of these because the bridge is constructed with 4 4x6s. As you can see, that angle iron is around it. Plus there's angle iron. Man, I did build this for a tank. Plus there's, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 strips of angle iron going that way. So lots of iron in it. I don't know whether the boards are going to be any good or not. Some of them will be. I mean, I'll certainly take them off and try to reuse them. But I don't know whether they'll be good or not. But again, 4 pieces, and they're all 4 intact. This one rolled up a little bit instead of laying flat. I'll be able to get those out of there with a shovel. I'm gonna need to turn it over. I'll take my forks maybe and turn it over so I can start unbolting the angle iron from the 4x6s. Angle iron is what's good. Angle iron is gonna be there. I don't care if it's on a creek or whatever. That angle iron will be there 50 years from now because, again, it's 1/2 inch thick. It ain't gonna rust and rot like these boards are. That's the board that I pulled out of the first pull. And as you can see, this one's bent up quite a bit. I almost broke it off, but didn't. Yeah, I think these boards have seen their better days. So I don't know, but here's how I had it hooked up. The loop of the strap, I've got some D-rings on the straps because sometimes you just gotta have a hook. Hooks come in handy. But I ran the loop. These are 12,000 pound straps. I knew the straps weren't gonna break. I knew the chain wasn't gonna break, but I didn't know about the wood construction because it's been here quite a while. And then I came up here because I've got a hook here on the back of this bucket, and I just ran a little piece of chain through there and ran it through the straps. Came up real good. This one, that one was just about ready to break, looks like. So glad we got it out. And you can see now how deep that creek is. And you can also see the culvert. There's the culvert peeking out. That's a 2-foot culvert, 2 feet by 20 feet laying in there. That culvert, even while I was a little timid about coming across it, that culvert took about a 40,000 pound excavator, a D3 cat, just driving over it and over it and over it and over it when they worked on my land back here. So that culvert is the bomb. If you've got a creek, you want to cross it, bridges look cool, don't get me wrong. Bridges look cool, and it's hard to pass up making a good bridge. When I do something, I usually overdo it. Except eating, you know I wouldn't do that. Of course not. Anyway, looks good. Glad you got to see that. I've been wanting to do this for years. So here's the bridge out of the way and turned upside down. So just to show you a little bit about what I did and how I built it. And oh my gosh, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to take apart. I want to make sure it didn't go anywhere, and by gum, it's not gonna go anywhere. So angle iron here, 4x6s, angle iron on top of those 4x6s. Like that. Got bolts through, 4 or 5 bolts. through each one. So maybe 10, 20 bolts. Takes the angle iron off. And then I need to turn it back over to access the screws in the wood. But, you know, that may be a winter project. Not going to do it right now. Not going to show you right now. I don't think it's necessary. But when I turned it over, a lot of things started breaking because I think it fell on a rock or fell on a high place or something. So, you know, I was really wanted to reuse this wood. I just don't think it's worth it. I've got a burn pile going right now, so that'll probably go in the burn pile. But I am going to have to come in here and with my little cutting torch or plasma cutter or something, and I've got to cut every one of those welds off. Each one of these things welded on 3 sides. Now, I can't weld worth a darn, so I'm not saying it's welded good, but it is definitely welded, and that is going to be a job. I'll have to bring this up to the house. When I get the boards off of it, then I'll bring the big iron frame up to the house and start cutting and try to get some of this loose. Because I definitely want to reuse that angle iron on something. That angle iron is money. I mean, that's good stuff. You can use that for so many different projects. And this was just my first project to use it on. So it's just going to take quite a bit to tear it apart. I've got a little visitor. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Her sister is in heat and getting bread somewhere. She's a cutie, registered beef master. Anyway, I'll be doing this. I'll show you probably when it comes time. I won't show you the taking the boards off, but not necessary. But I may show you when I pick this thing up and take it up the house and start cutting all that mess off there to try to save that angle iron. I'll cut it up. I'll show it to you, but it's going to be probably a winter project. But the bridge is out. All right, we're gone.